He plays in a band. Where are you from and how long have you been playing?
Well, I can say that I'm from two cities in Haiti. My father's from Gonaives, my mom's from Cape Haitian. And I've been singing since I was born, I would say, but started playing guitar in 1990, acoustic guitar. And I'm a composer, arranger, singer, I'm a recording engineer and sound engineer as well. I'm part of Evangel Band, Evangel International Mission as well.
In your opinion, what exactly is Konpa to you?
Konpa is soul. It's our culture. It's part of what makes us as Haitian people.
Okay. What instruments are usually used in a Konpa band?
You have guitars. Some band play with two guitars. Some band will play with two keyboards at the same time. And you got a pair of congas, you got a floor tom with gong. We also have like a drum set and a bass guitar. Those for at least, you know, the minimum.
Why have you chosen to use Konpa music to connect to young Haitians?
Well, music, Haitians, you know, you cannot resist to music. Music, it's like a tool, a powerful tool. Once you listen to it, and Konpa has this Haitian sensation into it. Once you start listening to it, before you know it, you're into it. So it's like a weapon, a tool.
Okay. How has playing Haitian Konpa allowed you to keep your Haitian culture while in America?
Well, my Haitian culture, I have to be honest with you, I'm one Haitian under God. So Konpa, it's a perfect instrument for me to minister to people who need the love of Christ, and it's a lot easier for me to use that instrument to make those folk listen to me and reach out to the international community as well.
How is Konpa music unique to other types of genres?
Well, Konpa is the sweetest song, the most sophisticated one, the most advanced song, and very difficult for if you're not Haitian, you didn't grow up in Iran. Konpa is going to be very difficult for you to play. And once you listen to it, you start getting into it, you realize that there's this spice to it. There's this juice, you know, that make it stand out in the midst of the crowd, you know.
Where's Konpa?
I've had Konpas at Whiskey Joe's in Tampa. I've had Konpa everywhere, in Miami, New York, Boston, even in Germany, Japan, everywhere.
Okay. Among what age group is Konpa music most popular?
I will say all age groups.
And this is Ronnie. So why do you listen to Konpa music?
I listen to Konpa because I grew up with it. So it's like a Spanish kid growing up with bachata, and so I grew up with listening to Konpa, so that's what I listen to. It's from my culture, so that's what I do.
How does it allow you to connect with Haitian culture while you're in America?
Well, since I'm in a band, in a Haitian band, so that's already allowing me to connect with Haitian culture. Plus, the music is Creole itself. So while you're basically practicing your Creole as you sing, and you dance basically like the Creole dances, like we go like this sometimes, you know. So it just allows me to stay grounded and know where I come from, and just Konpa. Right.
What specifically do you like about Konpa?
What I like about Konpa? Well, in every Konpa song, there's always like a piano solo.
Yes.
And it's like, it's always something, and it's always so catchy. Like every time you hear that specific song, you know who's playing that piano, and you know what song it is. So it's always in your head. So I love that, and I love the lyrics sometimes too. And I love that, like, I just love how it's so Haiti. It just reminds me of home. Like when I used to be back home, that's all I listened to. And now I came here, that's all I listen to. So it's like, go ahead.
This is Jean-Luc Adrian, the president of Club Creole here at University of Florida. And it's a Haitian cultural organization here at UF. I'm just going to ask him a couple questions about Konpa. Why do you listen to Konpa music?
Well, since I was a child, this was the main type of music that my parents, my grandparents, friends, everybody listened to. So I was brought, you know, with the influences of Sweet Mickey, T-Vice, Top Vice, Tabu Combo. Those are all Haitian artists or bands that play Konpa music. And since I was a child, that's what my parents played, you know, in the car, going to school, or on Sundays whenever we had family over for our weekly Sunday dinner. So it's something that I grew up with and that I just basically learned to love. Can't remember when the first time I heard Konpa music was, because it probably was like the first day I was home, so yeah, as a baby.
So how do you think it helps you connect to your Haitian culture even though you're over here in America?
Well, mostly the answer to this question is actually related to the first answer that I just gave you, that I listened to it when I'm growing up in Haiti. So you know how sometimes whenever you listen to a song, you think back of like the time period, the memories associated with that song. So basically just listening to different songs like bring me back to when I used to grow up in Haiti. I came over here when I was 11 to South Florida. So just listening to all the songs that I had heard that I had grown up listening to since I was 11, up until I was 11 years old. Basically just hearing them. Every time I hear them, like subconsciously I think back to Haiti, think back to all the different parties, you know, different dinners, you know, connects me back with the food, the culture, the language, you know, just by the singers like singing in the language. I already hear the language, and it's just memories, and you know, memories are like images in your head are worth 1,000 words. So
in addition to the historical aspect, is there anything that just stands out about Konpa, why you like it, like the rhythms? And
yes, definitely, because Konpa music, you know, it's actually kind of a new, young genre. It's about, I want to say 50, close to 60 years old now. It has evolved in many different styles. Every decade, you know, like any other type of music has like different styles and different personalities. So if you're sad, you can just listen to any type of music that connects to the mood that you're in. Or if you just want to reverse that mood, there's a lot of like funny songs. Sweet Mickey is my favorite artist, you know, who's very comedic and all that. You know, Konpa music is like usually used in balls, bal, we call it. It's like a ball. It's like you dance to it with a partner. It's a slow type of movement, you know. You just, it's kind of like there are drums associated in the background, you know, and you move from side to side with your partner. And you could incorporate anything that you want as turns, you know, flips. The guy can turn sometimes too, no matter. It all depends on how gifted you are. So for the beginners, you could just go like this in a little cadence, like depending on what the song is. And for the more experienced people, you could do some crazy stuff with hands or whatnot. To see some of that, you should come watch Club Girl perform at any one of our performances. Definitely do that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.